Hello, welcome to Magriza.
Wow.
Introducer, yeah. So welcome to Enkundleni podcast with Saifo Sipo.
But by the way, welcome to Magriza.
Okay. I would say I want to condition them mdala vele into angona.
You are very
sikhanda mdala.
Danke siyabonga. Welcome to the Film Show Enkundleni. Exclusive. This is an exclusive, and I think it's the gathering of.
You always say exclusive to my case.
Yes, this is. I think it is a gathering of champions for YouTubers. Yes. Enkundleni exclusive by Deb3 Events. Bagithi singakhohlwa to subscribe and hit the notification button. Ukuthi my every time njoba khathesi sesilo Magriza. And people call you Magriza.
I think so. Like the word is, like they've attached that word.
Yeah. Nyakuza msalukazi.
Yeah.
And then a show by Deb3 Events and Nicolane Photo Cinematography Services. And the presenter namhlanje mina Ingwani Domtochi dressed by Urban Fusion. Lengiyani ngeMagriza.
Iskipa samaGriza.
Okay.
Yeah, iskipa samaGriza.
Ingwani Domtochi. The skipper by Urban Fusion. You can search for Urban Fusion 19 on Instagram. On Facebook, it's Musa Selemani. And then in town, Bulawayo CBD is shop number 6, Great North, first floor, along Lopengula, between 13th Avenue and Railway Avenue. And then for contacts for the design, you can go to 0773 458 6568. And namhlanje, I got the top chef. Cream Dela, cream in the house. Prince Mahlangu, Magriza made me cook from the heart of Bulawayo, telling our African kitchen stories.
Yes. Saifo.
Yes, it's a pleasure to have you, but I'm always with you anyway.
Ekasa.
every time.
Batshele phe uthi njalo uzocela ichukela ke man.
Yes, ichukela njalo uzolicela kuwe but imbiza ezingini ngezankhaya.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
It's good to be on the podcast, man.
Hey, kumnandi. Lamonto I'm hoping to come ngizokudla kuMagriza.
Yeah, kumele sizaqoquvula.
Kule skipper sami enhlala ngizokuthwasa ikhona. Angikwazi ukuthi why ngasitholi.
What guy what ufuna esibhalweni?
Magriza made
me cook. Siyabuya.
My girl makes me twerk.
So get kabi manje khona. Guys sizalungisa baba.
Alright, Prince kule ndlela ozintroduce ngayo.
Yeah.
Uzichaya izidemo zakho. Can you do that for me?
Okay, hi, welcome to Magriza Made Me Cook. Principal Mahlangu here. Unzuza kanana kodwa umhleshi masingilili. Kodwa ngelomsundulo omunye. Hawo. Prince uzalwa nguAbel. Umkwakwa izalwa umgoma izalwa ngumleke izalwa ngusivalo izalwa nguveleleni izalwa ngumathimaxeke izalwa inkosi umagodonga. Yeah.
Bayethe. Yes. So, Prince, you married?
No, not yet.
Married?
Yeah.
Okay.
But le small one there sami ngihlala laso. Silomntwana, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mamkhwananzi.
Yes, Tina, in I think vele sahle singene ngendaba yankhona eyamasiko. Tina, our culture, umama uyophekayo.
Yeah.
So yena endlini uyenzani since when uyapheka futhi.
But I was even dala culture men used to cook.
Ngabe siqeda kuzingela.
Yeah. So cooking really wasn't, but predominantly and wakupheka obani omama. Because ndiyabona esibayeni lamathishes esilawo esintwini osathiyane yamantshontsho. So kwakuphekwa ngamachita lakho. So ukupheka is there. Ngithi natural, but konke ayendlini ampheki ngiyopheka.
Endlini yabuye
Yeah, like I'm like mhloniphe.
But uyadedela.
Yeah, umhloniphe la umkhulu wakhe. La yenza umsebenzi wakhe lapha. So yeah, because umsebenzi esiwenza sometimes nxa ufika endlini la ufika uthole ukuphekiwe. So also giving her space with like banzathi isawudo la ufaka.
Hey,
Hari cooking oil yonke.
Yeah.
The cooking oil yonke le, but she's a good cook like.
Okay.
Uyapheka umakakisa, yeah.
And then you yourself, the interest of food in food, uyiqala nini?
I think I come from a family of foodies.
Of chefs.
Abathanda ukudla.
Uthanda ukudla Prince.
Ngithanda ukudla. So sikhule we have siba ngo-5. Makhosi firstborn is a food scientist.
Webile like.
Yeah. Mfowethu uyizivulo uyenza the Lupane with the Lupane veg guys. Olebile lidumile ko Bulawayo. Then second
ibrand ngone yalazi exactly.
Yeah, Lupane veg guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chili sauce.
Chili sauce.
Yeah. They do it from Lupane. Utilize ibile ngale Lupane. So it's something also that's good because bathatha ibile from the villages that side. Then uzoyisisinga mna liphahla.
Okay.
Ntombazana, but useGoli, she stays in SA. Then last one, all of us stand ukudla. We're all foodies.
Kuhamba njani lali stava kuhamba njani?
Indlala mntana. No, I think sikhula even masalo lo mdala ubaba uMahlangu wayethanda vele ukupheka because ubaba wasebenza railways. So I think going betravela babepheka kakhulu estimeleni. So he developed that love for cooking, for traveling. Then umasalo la wayethanda izinto zokupheka. Then naturally vele sikhula uqalisa umasala abenzopheka. Then there's a time uthi umasalo umdala ba separator because aqhaza ahlala lo Magriza. Oh, Magwegwe North. My Magriza upheke.
Tough.
Likinza lela. So that's why like going to Magriza made me cook. It is actually in the literal sense.
Magriza actually made you cook.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like it's something that was coined for the show. La manje ngahamba silima Magwegwe North. It's something that I think where ufuna ukwenza was to develop our appreciation for our food. Because sasipheka but ikakhulu sasigxila ngokudla kwesintu. That's what uMagriza wayo. Because I said no, ukudla is our heritage. And heritage is who we are. So singalahla ukudla siyazilahla. That. So sasipheka unkobe, abomkhanqa, isiswayi, you can name all those. So it's something that a first-hand course. Nganse university lapha koMagriza. Yeah, so developed time. So I come from a family yako Mahlangu ethanda ukudla. Yeah, start ukupheka.
Vele ukupheka waya.
Vele nxa sikhona singu-5 sonke silenkinga ukuthi pheka la. Pheka ndoda. Pheka. So because everyone is just fascinated about the food. Yeah. Yeah.
And then mawungaphambanisa uMagriza nje uchayo.
Exactly. I think uMagriza even qalisa uhlelo because uhlelo ngaliqalisa vele ngihlala eMagwegwe North. First episode. Kale sisenhlala eSouth Order.
Ziyakapula.
Njalo sihlala ngayo.
Sihlala emasababini.
So sinqalisa vele uhlelo sanqinga liqalise eMagwegwe North. So uMagriza she's very critical on because uthi ukudla mele uqalise wena ukuthande as a person who's cooking. So if you can't love things that you have cooked, it's difficult for you to serve to someone. So the first lesson was master the basics, master uisauto, master just the basics of cooking. But in all of that, mele upheke ngothando. Into eqhakathekile. Vele uMagriza wasithi ungapheka uzondini. Andla nxa sikhula mzala ekasi. Yedlala ibhora libuye ngabo 6 incole. Maybe ngomele upheke there. Suswamba uzondile. She would never eat your food.
Why?
Wasithi upheke inhliziyo elukhuni, upheke inhliziyo ezondileyo. So the food is just an expression of how you are going to cook, how you cooked. So I would never want
to poison. She would actually
exactly.
Get that energy.
Awuhambe kuma restaurant. Usizilwana uphawulayo. Ufunani? Phongufaka. The food really won't be nice because
amna nje ukubona emtchadweni.
Especially nxa sebechaya isikhathi.
Nxa sebechaya isikhathi umtchado usungakwanisa ukuthi ube muhle but ukudla kwangikhona uthole kuraf.
Because umuntu wayepheka wasn't really trying hands on the process la. So wayengahle. And wafika ufaka iplate esintwini vele badaleni nxa sikhayela nitheza khuluma indaba spirituality. Ungafika ufaka ukudla mele utshele umuntu omdala uthi this is the food that I have brought.
Okay.
Then she'll ask you what do you cook? Ngipheka isitshwala samabele, umfushwa, ngafaka lo mkhwapha. Okay. You have to tell her
what you cook.
Ungafika ufaka lapha na thola lokho kunjalo.
Yebo.
Yeah. Uyathola lokho kunjalo. Mele umtshele umuntu omdala lo. Yeah, ubona. So even ukhulu or ubaba omele umtshele ukuthi what you have cooked. So nice. That I think it's the same thing that applies to restaurant. The customer linga order Also, we are the plate. You have to tell them again.
Yes.
You have to repeat what the customer ordered. Hi, si Nancy's chwala samaveli lamas sumnika. You have to tell that. So, because communication starts there, verbally. Then the person starts to appreciate the food. Yeah. Okay. So, koko wae skuza konoko.
Ungafika
uchiwudla. Ngabuya umuntu emzini. Let's try to share. Yawubona karesi ngafika ngihamba koSipho ngithwele sidla seliqhubeka selisidla ends but ukudala umuntu engafika you have to like share from what you have in your plate
or from what I have initially in my plate.
That's why sithi sisu somkhambi asingana
that was before ama 2000.
This before 2000 but the method is still applicable one. So you share with that person and umuntu ahambe because ukudla ngeke uqede. So that's what she taught us at the kitchen. But get the basics right. And this is what they'll teach you in my chef schools. Get the basics right, fall in love with your food, and abantu bazakhulisa. Yeah.
But now looking at the situation, njengoba nje uthi wakhulele Magwegwe North. Wayengalitonsela ezimbizeni ukuthi lingahambi ledlala labafana bemaroundini abangezwayo.
But fun enough, I've been fortunate to sengakhula on all four corners of Bulawayo.
Okay.
North, south, west, east. So navele sikhule sesihlala inside.
Okay.
Then sathi Magwegwe North, lesikhathi ngahlala eNorth End. Kade I'm now staying the side on the south end. Do you know I learned Ubuntu ngabufundela elokishini.
True life.
Yeah.
True life is emakasi.
True life is emakasi. Ubuntu you see it within ama western locations.
Suburbs. Yeah.
Because one, the issue they are semi-detached. And that one semi-detached really by force, although it wasn't really a human thing to do. But you now understand which is Sipho, which I saw brothers next to us. So
yes.
Lauza Kulan appreciating Soul Brothers. Yes. But also what it taught us was you need to it's very important. Those are important lessons that I learned from
Elokshin.
From Ekas. And Ekas, because cool at an side and that one it's individualistic.
Yes. I'm 10
years, but makelo anevela umqafi. Awumazi. Lichayizana nxa liphume egedini. Pipi.
Bye-bye.
Sweet. But uthi isibongo sakhe ngubani you really don't know. And so coming from an individualistic place, society, to Ubuntu. A concept layer malokishin.
Yes.
This is where I learned
Ubuntu.
I learned Ubuntu. So lokuthi sasamba phandle wayisekela but there were times ukuthi amaledlala but I want you back at 6 o'clock. There are lezinto melizenze, there are chores that have to be done here. Then if you play on Saturday, I'm a sportsman vele. Fun enough ukuthi abantu sebona ngipheka. I played cricket, I played rugby, ngadlala ibhola.
So you've been to bowls,
swimming, hockey. I'm any sport that I play, I am able to master that.
Okay.
So ngasuka cricket, ngafuka ekas street soccer. Ngawazi Magwegwe North kule ndawo kuthiwa isemafletini. Ground. Yabona emafletini.
Yes.
Ground lapha. Ground lana has taught us everything about football. But what it taught us ukuthi kumele sihlanganise amajita. Esikhathi sankhona sasi yakhumele amabhora lelakutho.
Yes, ufaka phakathi upompi nawo wathengisa.
And thina umuntu wayelungisa ibhora lelakutho yakwanisa ukudlala ibhora.
Nayi mina ibhora ngangakwanisa ukulidlala la man. But ngangikhona ukwayenza then lawona ngibe sengiwathengisa.
Exactly. Like funny enough, the person who's got the ball in most cases doesn't know how to play. So
I got balls.
Got balls, man. So remember khona la wayesilungisela but sahlangana. So it also taught us ungathenga ngwabona umuntu ethenga ilakutho. Omlandeni nxa makhelwane. Madube ngicelani iphepha leli, madube ngicelani iphepha leli and so on. So that's what Magwegwe North like taught me. Kaslam.
Now what did you Magwegwe North just like my kokoba labamzilikazi ngiyazi ngamasela. Place is
stereotype.
Yeah.
Because kulabantu ngakhuma emakhokoba. The other people who really don't want to go to Makoko.
It's because of that. It's very some image of Makoko guys, deadly grounds.
Exactly. So you need to demystify such things. Because I've also stayed in Makoko briefly, and on the show.
But do you know what I heard? I heard ukuthi all over bona nabantu ababedlalisa iraf yiba sebegcwele yini bro.
I think
ikuyibhlisi iraf.
Sisakhula futhi sasikhuluma lamajita that day. Ukuthi kumla mdala uthi abantu bebeshana njani.
After Highlanders.
Not even Saturday uzawona sebegijimisana eMagriza.
Yes.
Wednesday. Because I think people at NH the young was. Akade sizokwa luchana hey. Ngiyacabanga ngiyekula lo Sipho vele mshaye phambili wala umuntu. So I don't know if so it's the same things now these places that we're told they're
very violent.
Trust me, you would learn important life lessons if you go to Makokoba. If you go to Mzilikazi. We've actually done a documentary on Makokoba, on Magriza. And of all one of the shoots there was Lani Makokoba, where we go to stay a week. The first 11th Street. So we got to learn everything about Makokoba. Yeah, Mzilikazi is the same thing, which is Bulawa's second suburb after Makokoba. So those townships have got so much history. Elokshin. Yeah, because that's where history is intertwined with Ubuntu. For me to come to your place and I get life lessons from you, that is, to me, that's wisdom. So when you go to those places, we shall love mama that cook, we shall love baba ababazayo. So it's this beautiful place, this community that is dependent on each other, but also it's got a beautiful history. So that's Makokoba. So Magwegwe North. Magwegwe North is one of the third, because there was the old Magwegwe, there's new Magwegwe, there's Magwegwe North,
yes.
Then there's there's Magwegwe West, which became the last. And Magwegwe North, we supposedly finally looking at West or Kobaland.
Kobaland is the safest.
Kobaland on the other side. So, because Magriza unkoko, sorry. For those unkoko mankomo.
Yes.
Umlochi intombi egeza ngochako. Nguye ozala umama, maternal grandmother. Nguye Magriza. So the word Magriza vele came from unkoko. It's actually from
Magriza Mankomo made me cook.
Yeah, from Umakoko. And this card, I think 2004, Umzegeze release
best artist in the world.
Umakoko, that album, he then popularized and said Makoko.
Yes.
So Tinekasi, the guy saying, Makoko, Magriza.
Yes.
So Ukoko, I said, I found Magriza.
Yes.
So we'll talk about the name, how it came about. So Magriza were one of the first inhabitants in Magwegwe North.
Oh.
Yeah. Magriza, Koko, Mamate. Shout out to community of Magwegwe North. So you are about Omazayawana and stuff.
They were the first.
They were the first inhabitants. Exactly. We are root of gang. Yeah. There's just a few stands, few shops. One shop actually, Mazayawan, which was, I think, we're taking seller from his house.
Mazayawan is still there now, a sports bar. Exactly. Deadly place again.
So same valley is still there, Kumira, would you have the person where you taking seller from there. But it's actually, it has grown. The community has grown. Yeah. We've got schools, Masocha, Imazui, and yeah, so on. Yeah.
A very entertaining place. Magwegwe North is a very interesting place to be. But then now, then how do you, how significant is African food in our culture?
Okay, let me just say food, because every cultures around the world have got their own identity with food. So food is intertwined with culture. So for me to know your culture, there's one avenue that I can use. It's food.
It's food. Okay.
The same way that we would look at music, just by listening to Uqeqe, I can get a taste of Xhosa culture.
We love Uqeqe.
We love you, Uqeqe. I can get a taste of what Xhosa culture. Mamozi. If I listen to Mamozi, I can get a taste of
with music.
I get a taste of Malawi, Zimbabwe, and so on music. So food now is an avenue.
Yes.
Towards one's culture and heritage. So ukudla lisiko. So what you eat on the plate is a representation of a people's worldview, if I can put it that way.
Yes.
Yeah. So how we view the world as African is now in our on our food. So our ukudla mostly is organic food. These are indigenous grains that we are here in Africa. Mumbu is not indigenous to us.
Outstanding.
Aye. Because very nutritional maize has got close to nothing. but maize was domesticated.
Ibhodo uyithandi leyani emhlophe.
Emhlophe hayi.
Ebaf.
Emhlophe hayi. Because it was domesticated in Brazil. Yabuya nama Portuguese nga. Initially meant for stock feed. Meant for stock feed. So vele nutritional value akula lutho.
Sitshwale lesimhlophe.
Esimhlophe vele. So ngabona that day Twitter there's someone did a thread on his chwala anti Southern Africa vele a dish that unites us is chwala. Ngambe Joza ngambe eBotswana so is ipapa. So this person was saying ukudla lokho people what they are eating has got no value.
It's white maize.
And they were true, but what they got confused was is chwala. We now think is chwala simhlophe. Yeah, what? What is chwala vele? What comes to your mind?
Esimhlophe.
Esimlesane esamabele. Esenyawuthi.
Masengifuna ukuboost ama nutrition.
Exactly. Mina nxa ngiphe chwala esamabele at the events. Yezumuntu esithi isamende. Or this brown, what's this brown?
Brown, what's this brown?
But these are what's called small grains. So small grains have got high fiber. Ungajishona samabele mzala, yachovi 6 hours.
Unjani?
Usuthi.
Uqinile.
Yeah.
I'm making an otansadle simhlophe.
So yachovi isikhathi eside unjani? Usuthi. But ungachaya simhlophe. 2-3 hours yabuzulami.
Again, yes.
Yeah. So it's
not good for exams.
It's it becomes ischwala now melusidle esimhlophe. You have to turn the frequently. You recur. You have to start again. Udle. You might go to 6 plates.
Which was good for capitalist business.
Thank you. Because you eat more, 10 kg for a family of 5 last 3 days. You go back to the shop.
Makes more colonial sense.
Ikoko le 20 kg le nyawuthi would last a family 1 month. That's not that's
umkayo.
Yeah. that doesn't make any commercial capital sense. So now that's why these now small grains, they are now like alien to us.
But they should be more.
They should be pro because it's indigenous. It's this thing that was domesticated here in Africa.
And I think when I watch you very
thank you. That's another advantage.
So in very drought that in Africa.
Ama small grains vele afuna just 2-3 rains then abam cool. But
sivuni.
Yeah. Umumbu. So it's something that's a cultural baggage that's in our minds. Where we now view these things as cement. This thing that's
this is brown.
Lesi inhlabathi. Amunye wayesithi mina venqamba namabele mbona inhlabathi.
But inhlabathi yakhona yiyo more nutritious.
Yeah, more nutritious than what we're eating.
And then Prince, you realize that you are a guy and looking at our community and internet sikhuluma ngaqalisene ukuthi amajita vela ayazakala kuyiwepheka. Then you realize I'm into food. Ukuthatha njani wena kuwe personally? Realizing now this is different from amajenzi wonke.
Okay. I think, like I said, I take food from, I term myself as a heritage cook or heritage chef, if you want to. Heritage in the sense that I don't look at the technical aspects of food only. Technical, I was saying, you become so pega, but you really are not concerned about what's on the plate.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the dishes that we aspire, that we look up to, the Western dishes, the Asian dishes, they are at that stage where they are now technical, but also upholding that heritage. With Karesi, I want to like English breakfast. Someone can prepare it without thinking.
Fast.
Chop. But also zuti sausage leli, why will a sausage? Why kanda leli? We are not taking from a heritage perspective.
Yes.
But mina saying, okay, labas lo mkhanqa. Kanti vele umkhanqa ibizo lethu umkhanqa lavelelanga.
Labuya njani?
Why abadala bahlanganisa ijodo lekwahla? Where did that come from? Looking at that maize wasn't there in Africa, then it came. Who came up with that concept? That's heritage.
Okay, so you also, in your research, you also go and research and why you are mixer konogo.
Yeah, I think because why? And you want to say for as a corner for us to appreciate our food, if we can get the history.
Yes, why?
Why? If you answer why, you'd appreciate something more. But because Karesi, if you take it from a technical, I can't just go to an event and start talking about mkhanqa as if everyone knows. But you can go and talk about English breakfast. I assure you 95% of the people know what you're talking about. So as documentarians, as heritage cooks, we now need to take it from a philosophical perspective.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not about what's on the plate, but what are the values that are in that plate. Yeah. So I'm not sure on but it's my
Your own theory.
my guessing, because the word kau is uhlafuna ukau. So I'm assuming
I'm the master of heritage. No,
kau. So that's where that word. So I'm assuming umkhanqa la uhlafuna. Cha. So obviously no. That's what I'm not saying it's the truth, but it's what I'm assuming based on the theory or your kau. So that's where the heritage food now comes in. And also what we do also on Magriza is want to link our cultures through food.
Okay.
Yeah, one. Everything is identical. We eat the same thing.
Yeah, so you want to mix cultures like abadlimbeba, amacimbi. Let's combine. What are you driving us to?
Okay, it would be nice if someone could, let's say from an African perspective, if someone in Ghana can have a dish of mkhanqa.
Okay.
If someone in Swaziland can have a dish of jollof rice. If someone in Botswana can have a dish of inopi.
Okay.
Yeah, but so what it means now, it's cross-cutting, but also we're saying this is what identifies us as a people.
Africans.
Yeah, because we've tried. I think we were more united than on our melanin skin.
Yes. Than
but we are failing to appreciate that. And black on black hate is just too much. But now we need to go deeper. Exactly, there's food. You go to Swaziland, like I said, Mbabane. You go to Botswana, Gaborone. You go to Namibia. You go to South Africa, Zimbabwe.
Food.
It's chwala mtana. Is there. Inyama yembuzi
is there.
Iporridge lamabele
Is there. Yes.
So what does that show us? We share the same worldview as Africans. That's very important.
In this part of our Africa.
Even when you go, because the other dishes, ikwadla la esilidla. Esihleka thina ningo.
Hayi kwadla.
Che ayadubeka che. Shekwadla che yabona. They eat it in Ghana.
It's a staple food.
Not as staple. as one of part of their food. Ijodo balithanda ngale Ghana because they use the seeds to prepare egusi soup.
Okay.
So andiyabona how these things are what okusihlanganisa as Africans.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the heritage perspective that I personally am taking with the show on Magriza. And also I'd also want to is we don't learn these foods. Because I think last week there was a bonfire ale side times. Love in Peakon. One of the guys, I know, but I think African food is why I locally pair the same things.
Why we get that correctly?
No, I think his view was why is African food still identical?
Okay.
I was like, no, it's a good point. It's a good point. But why it's identical is usipho uzaphe amangqina once a year. Uzaphe inhloko once a year. So what it means next year sipho ngo-August. Inhloko uzayipheka kanjani? The same way oyipheke last year. That's
because bese yikhanuka phela.
Usikhanuka. But imagine if it hayi lobeke asike siphe inhloko 40 days straight on the number 41. Was that buddy?
Why can't we mix it with delele?
Thank you. Yeah, because it's consistent. So these dishes that we admire, our pizza, the first pizza that was there in the world, was not the one that's there now. Is those people were continuously developing those meals, continuously, and up to now, there are schools that support the development of their foods. Yeah, thina lapho yawule restaurant yekudla kwesintwana. But abantu abakupheki ezindlini zabo. Abantwana abakufunde esikolo.
Yes.
And so it becomes you have to start from scratch That's where our limitation is. Then now on the serving, why can't we why local savor
mayonnaise, stuff like that?
Exactly. I was like, I can't do that. Because this scopa rescue. Why can't we appreciate the lumpita? What's wrong with that? Why should we katanisa amangina so far is chwala I see green pezulu?
So the right thing.
What you have done is you've taken Western food and applied it to African.
So in you documenting the rich history of our culture through food, how much have we drifted away from our own culture while in your experience of documenting?
Okay, we have drifted a lot. Like I said, food is just a single component of culture. Apart from, let's just maybe mute food just a bit. As Kylie's problem done. I know 20 years time, and baza stop and because 34.
Okay.
Because we are slowly losing our what we were proud of wearing. What we're also losing is ingoma. Inganekwane.
She says abantu abasafuna
uxoxa. We might attribute also issues of social media and so on, but we are to blame to that. In a way. Asahlala even as families. Guys, let's just talk about what. How's your day? You are telling umuntu the Wi-Fi is on the whole night. There's a kid who's supposed to go to school, is Form 4, they've got their own phone, then the Wi-Fi is on. What is that kid consuming?
Yeah.
Obviously, I assure you they're consuming foreign culture. So they're consuming foreign culture, it means their culture becomes alien to them. You like win konoko. And so what happens now is you find people who start now monetizing, capitalizing on the culture. They'll start selling you those songs
back to you.
Modify, they will later go sell it to you because you have lost the appreciation of that. So on the food now, we've lost appreciation of food. So it's now when it's Africa Day only. And everyone, Africa Day, everyone wears. Africa Day, everyone is African. Why can't that be like that every day? So so we are losing. But on a lighter scale or on the other side, there are people. I would say there's a new arising that's happening.
New awakening.
I think I'll just give reference to tab 3 on Ikas to Kas movement.
Yes.
This is
best tour ever happening.
Do you know this is culture?
Yes,
that is culture. That is culture when umuntu makugu can listen to Mrs. K. And appreciates Mrs. K.
Tell them
and
preach.
And takes out $1 to go watch Mrs. K. That is an appreciation of culture because Mrs. K is part of your vicinity. He can tell the Bulawayo, the Zimbabwean story, the African story, far much better than someone else can do. So when you now take these two people, it means you're taking, you're trying,
the culture.
Yes. Yeah. So music is culture.
So when was your first heartbreak? Like in Klapo Kamba Konelisiyo at don't Gazana Bengim Tandas.
I think Form 1. Form 3, Form 4. But I tell you to go to that break, I think early.
Okay.
I think philosophy which I made I think it was Form 4. Yeah,
what was the name?
Police.
Okay, what did she do? What we Yena.
I think I'm going to I think at that. Yeah. Look at that. I know I'm going to I think says when he different worlds. Yeah. I'm cooked yeah, but it was the first heartbreak. Yeah,
texting
phone. Silence. That was read but Aloko uthi umuntu uyafaka status guys and eshinyabazwela abantu laba like isikhathi lesisiphila uthi cause lapha nando yalalo cherry mzala maybe uchere behlala enketha uNkulunkulu uhlala eGwabalani awuthi uzumbona qo but Karesi uyalalo cherry mdala ubone uma status ndoda umuntu smokers ndoda umuntu uyakholisa mina nsizubuhlungu kangaka so it was that gap but I think around form 4 guys 16 years 15 16 something
yes, 15, 16.
yeah first heartbreak
that was the heartbreak yakhe yabuchayi
shy
and then lo ola ekates where did you see each other
we egas Magwegwe North 7 years now together yeah.
Hey, awubambelele.
We've got a baby.
Jodo award of the year.
Silomfana uaphile Mnqobi. Aphile Mnqobi Mahlangu. 7 years sihlangene egas just lived around the corner from Kwampani. Abakwazi uMaduma drive Magwegwe North. We lived on the same road there. Yeah.
So wamnyenyela njani indaba engifuna ukuyizwa
mina bulala lyric mzala
wamphekela nje
exactly then sing sharp Joe Thomas lapha ngifake this uthi umsizikhe andabona ngari
this music
exactly amsha ukulula lapha then play ngamphekela then but in the rest is history
the rest kwahle kwaba
the rest is history
so now how do you handle the pressure because girls love somebody who cooks
I think you
I
just
think webazi later phela
I think maybe bekwazi mzala ukuthi into eqhathile umsebenzi wakho than anything else you can mingle you can do that but what's important is the work that you have to do out there and I think kumele ugxile on that thing because I people who know me I love my work one person who loves the productivity the shooting on the show the cooking because Magriza made me cook is a combination of documentation the work that we do on YouTube and also the cooking and so on so having that you just need to have values that support this stream that we have yeah.
So I see that the Wesami show that you were once involved in.
Yeah.
How does someone get to? Because that was you and Khobarati.
Yes.
Magriza made me cook and
Khobarati
and also Deb 3 events. Huh?
Yeah. Deb.
Yes. So how does one get to collaborate with you? What concepts are you into?
Okay. For Wesami, it was my belief or my dream. Sorry. Where I mix music and food. So we did that first thing with Jemme Monks. There's a food market called Match and Sip. That's where we did the first thing there. So, but like I would want a studio set up where we can record. I'm artist starting with artist but also as we go, also take it outside the city. So that's where Khobarati came in. Khobarati curated the show. He also came up with the name Wesami. As you say, Deb 3 provided the sound. So collaboration with Magriza is we do collaborations, but I think just getting in touch and we see the work that's there. We are just active across all social media platforms, the website. You just say, I'm Matthew, I am doing ABC. Then we'll meet halfway. I love collaborations. Yeah.
Social, what do they say? How do they say you?
Everything is just across board. Magriza made me cook.
On all platforms.
On platforms.
Magriza
TikTok.
Made me cook, yes.
Are all across. It's Magriza, but our main platform is YouTube. Magriza made me cook. So because that's where we started the movement. Yeah.
So looking at mixing Magriza and the arts, I also saw you at the Mzilikazi commemoration.
Oh yes. I think it's about 3 weeks back. So what we did when we were starting Magriza made me cook, ngaqalisa lo mngani wami uZozo uThembani. You know the guy Thembani Melusipali.
Yes.
He does editing. He also does the shooting. So siqalisa, like I said, sasukuthatha from a technical perspective yokudla because sasiphekele kitchen lika ubhuti wami Sisinga uhlale emganwini. Nice kitchen, but with time I felt we were just limiting ourselves in the kitchen. We need to go out, say a story mdala.
Okay.
And let's say what's the benefits of how do you make amas? I can do them. But how let's find people with let's find stories around
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now the center thing at Magriza is the food, but there are also stories around. That's why Wesami was music and food.
Food, yes.
We have done. Umziligas was talk about the importance of heritage, the importance of commemorating the life of a king, the importance of abantu behlangan from different countries.
They're gonna eat.
What are they going to eat? We will ask ourselves. We are saying there's a lot of gaps that are there. Umziligas webesidlani. Like, do you know there's nothing on?
Like, yes.
Yeah, on food it's just passive.
Whoever wrote our history, that part,
they know peluti ngabakwazi ngokudla kwakho. Because one of the things that the colonizer did was to first of all colonize your plate. Yeah, they've studied. Then they started, I think, with spirituality. Then went to the plate. So it's our understanding also in Magriza made me cook. How do we now link food to the several cultural events? A bit Uklapskop, may he so rest in peace. Yeah. Was one of the first guys who came to the show. Some Asui.
Can come.
Yeah, so was like, what does a comedian eat on a day-to-day basis? Or yeah, but there was a thing we did also with Uperitas, those are the stories that we're interested in Magriza. But we're not losing our focus on the food.
On the food,
yeah,
yes.
African food. To me, I doubt Magriza will be for you. But we are so proud of our food. Yeah.
The way you present it, Lynn, I think someone is bound to fall in love back with our own African food.
Yeah, because ukudla kwesintu futhi kuyakha umzimba. Kuyaqinisa. So that's an avenue. Before we talk about the heritage, that's an avenue that we can talk about. Yeah. So to me, it's not like I'm doing the show. I'm doing and living the show, I think, if I can put it the same way. It's also a life experience on my side. The viewers that have seen me from the first video to the videos that we did last week, there's been a change. On how I present or just getting the African philosophy in my head. So it's still a change. I think we have a case that. So still there's things that we still want to learn, people that we want to collaborate with. Places we also do traveling a lot on the show. Just want to see, like Zimbabwe is so beautiful, man. Just the 10 provinces. We want to visit that and also take it further from there.
Take it further from there. Yes, I think you should also do an episode on Umvusankunz. I think looking at the situation in Kona Kates.
But Sisa is Imbiza.
Yes, Imbiza.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to do that and relate it with depression and food.
Yeah, because also. We also look at the herbs.
Yes.
The African herbs. We've lost that also, yeah. One. Those are the things that we also document on the show. So that because food is also, the herbs are part of our food. We take it to the kitchen when we're eating our porridge. So we need to know about this tree. What's it in bakudiscover njani also ukuthi intolwane iyakhipha umoya esiswini. So that's
yes. Yeah, I think I would partner with you since the name Vusankunzi depression lamagents, because now uyabona amagents.
Why for Vusankunzi?
Amagents asibophela ubuntu kwenzakalani.
Why amagents asibophela?
Yinto kumele
sengibuza.
Yes, amagents asibophela. Depression. These girls are not satisfied. They are jumping from one girl to another. And Magriza made me solve your relationships. All right. So what other businesses has the brand Magriza Made Me Cook that you are venturing into, that you've actually ventured into now and in future?
I think we've started doing the merchandising now. You see the t-shirt that I'm wearing. So we've got a t-shirt.
Yes,
we've got this one. This one is
mind the chest.
Yeah, so fun enough, the guy who did this made a mistake. It was supposed to be Magriza Made Me Cook. But we're called. but ngathi ngiyigqoka first time, like, that's a beautiful. So
This is nice.
This is a beautiful t-shirt. And so we've got t-shirts, and also we've got a range where someone can order a t-shirt, then they write their favorite indigenous food.
Okay.
Yeah, so we are lembiza, Magriza, then you have inkobe, you've got satsa, buhobe, anybody just to be indigenous word. So that's the merchandise. We're also trying to expand on that. Then also looking at the kitchen side. Not yet, I think our fee gave me on opening the like a full-fledged kitchen restaurant, because I was looking, like I said, I was still documenting. But I think when the timing is right, it will just present itself. Yeah. Then also doing some work with the corporates. We also do documentary shoots for other people apart from us. Yeah. So that's basically what Magriza does.
So
yeah.
That's what. Then these people bathenga in umphakathi.
Yeah, bathenga. They actually abathanda ilawana where you can personalize according to your favorite. Yeah, because like I said, food is about memory. Food is about heritage. So umuntu ngathi inkobe, they remember their grandmother esilobela ngalo emphekeni inkobe. So it becomes nostalgic also at the same time. Yeah. Back up.
Kwamele bekape more, and you should open your restaurant soon sibili. Thina sikujayele anje kwazi amandebele vele siyabrokisana thi. Sikujayele siyasichaya imenu for free. Do you have any shout out for your fans, people that follow you, Magriza? Yes.
Okay, but first I just want to thank you guys, Deb 3, for the work that you're doing. I saw the MJ sings.
Nice.
Do you know I've been to? I went to the first concert. That was nice. I couldn't attend at
Spring Fiesta
because I was at a bonfire. But shout out to Deb 3. I think you're pushing the work, and also congratulations on the nominations.
Yeah. Siyangena baba, siyangena.
So I think when it's I want to be before you're pushing the work. So ubeke ngiyabonga. We work together, a lot of times. Love is professional spirit there. But anyway, anyone, or those who haven't subscribed to Magriza.
What are the challenges that you're facing to sustain Magriza? Magriza Made Me Cook as a show.
Documentary needs money, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the guys who do the filming for you guys know that to produce something requires money.
It requires a lot of money.
Yeah, so the financial, how do you turn thing that you love into money?
Challenge is that
that's where the challenge currently is, because the monetizing, because we have to travel, we have to do this. Finally,
and it's a team of how many?
Well, right now we are 5, because there's me, there's Zozo, there's Swarelo, there's Ishmael, then there's Tamsang. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's Tamsang. He does.
Not ukudla kuphela, imali.
But what they've done is they supported they believed in the vision of Magriza. So, because I'm a tears go trick him that. But the show is to continue. So, getting people who can understand that, I think it's been a gain for me as a producer on the show. So, those who haven't subscribed, Magriza Made Me Cook on YouTube. There's also social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, and the website magrizamademcook.com. But tandukubonga ngoba ingxenye yohlelo namuhla. But anyway, thank you. Limbize vela futhi andabona sika vele kwekhawuthi mdala.
The chances of you being called again Maluchwana awula menu la sendilambile futhi lokho ngikhuluma. Nanku sinathamanzi. Hayi. Thank you siyabonga Prince Mahlangu in the building. Magriza Made Me Cook.